Hello, back at it. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more stuff done on the layout today. I think that I'm gonna go ahead and put in that accessory track I've been talking about and see what I can get going with that, and show you a little bit more of some of the stuff I've been doing here. Let me go ahead and switch this around here. And some of the things I've been working on, I've been doing a little bit of printing. Got my Northern Pacific Railway light box, and also this is the Mickey's Runaway Railway logo. That's on the front of their steam engine. You can't find any kind of merchandise for that stuff, so I pulled a picture off the internet, threw it in a light box design program, and went ahead and printed it out. And that is going to look good hanging on the wall here somewhere. And as for over here, let's kind of glide over to the layout here. I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, get this thing, accessory guy, loaded up above like I wanted to. Just have to move the Amityville sign, get that out of the way. That's always a hoot. Something I printed out off my laser printer. Let's go ahead and park that somewhere where I can boldly display here. There we go. Yeah, put that up in Christmastown, huh? Just kidding. Let's see here. Where do we want to put this? Anyhow, some of the other things I've been making is, if I come over here and take a look real closely, you can see these little cones. They're a little bit sharp on the top, but they should be flat. But I printed those out on the printer. Oops. There. So I did that. I scaled these up, like I was saying, from 178 down to it was 178 for HO, and then I scaled it up to 148 for the O gauge, and I think they turned out okay. And let me see, I'll try to do this without the camera if you're freaking out. And at the same time, I also found something to do with my gray filament. I'm gonna print out a few of these. These are kind of fun. Could use those around the roads and such. And then you saw the picnic bench I printed out over there also, with the hiker guy hanging out on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera on a tripod and start digging away at pulling that track up back there and get this thing swapped out and see what happens with helicopter guy there when I give it power. Hopefully it does not hit the clouds and crash. We shall see. If it works well, it'll be great fun for the grandchildren. If it doesn't, I'll be probably printing out some more helicopter blades. We'll see. So here we go. Okay. Well, I've never hooked up an accessory piece of track like this before, and my guess is it would be the wires would go, it's a flat piece of wire, 4 wires across. They all have spade connectors on them, and I would think they would go straight across on the accessory here. But the person that had this before had the second and third wires connected to the first and third connectors. So I'm going to have to pause and take a look at what is the proper way of wiring one of these things. Because uncouple, unload. Let's give it take a look here. And just for grins and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and run a test on the track just to make sure I actually have power to it. I know that I have power to these tracks because I can see the Polar Express all lit up over there. Okay, 15 volts, that's close enough. Let's come over here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. My sighting has 15 volts. Very good. So I got that going for me. We have power. Let's get this out of the way. I have my base, or my cab 3 controller here on my tablet. And now let me see, what do I want to test? I'm going to go ahead and grab just a generic, one of my cars here. I'll set it on the track. And I just said that I've got power on the track. That's probably not the best thing to do, to be putting the train on the track while there's power, but let's pull this guy across here. Let's press one of these buttons. And nothing. So I'm thinking the way I received it was probably incorrect. I'm going to go ahead and loosen these up. Get all these wires back where they belong here, I hope. Let me see here. I'm going to just guess that these are in order by 1, 2, 3, 4 by the flat here. So let's go ahead and put 1, 2, come on. Can't see much because the camera's so far away. Sorry about that. I'm just basically putting the wires back on this accessory track here. And I'm going to go ahead and see if that makes a difference. Hopefully it does. So let's pull this back over here. And I'm going to see if it does. Well, I think what I did was short the system out. I think I just lost power. I sure did. I blew the breaker. Well, that's not good. Well, ain't this the strangest thing ever? And there are no real instructions anywhere on this thing. So I'm gonna go see if I can figure out what's going on here. I think what I can do is I will pull these off. Maybe I'll go look at those instructions again. There's got to be an easier way to figure this thing out. Because it doesn't make sense. These wires are not marked at all. What terminal they plug into on this thing. That is bizarre. So I'm going to go dig around a little bit more, see what I can find out. Maybe I'll... So one thing I thought is, while I was under there, is it's a flat piece of wire. There's 4 wires here. Maybe I just have all 4 reversed. Let's try that. before I spend the next 2 hours trying to figure out the combination for these things. Oh, funny. And I still have power. That's a bonus. Tighten these guys up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we go. Does it go or does it blow? Oh, look at that. I see that I get a current draw when I press the uncouple button. Let's pull this across here. Wow. Look at that. I've got an uncoupler that works. I haven't played one of those for years. So, down there, I hit the button, and it uncouples. Perfect. Second try. Okay. So now here's the moment of truth. Let's pull this guy across here. The wonderful MTH accessory tray. Let's give it a try on the coupling. That works just fine. Let's throw the accessory stuff right on there, and let's see what happens. Step back here. Whoa. It worked. I think it's over there. It crashed into the diner, and it stopped. I better go grab that. Hold on. Oh, the kids are gonna love this. Pull this back here. I'll snap it back on. Hopefully this. I can't even remember how I got it on there. Ah, the track's hot. Whoa, I do that all the time. At least you know, like getting 80 watts. There we go. Is that in? That is just crazy. It looks like it's ready to go. Hold on. Let's not take off yet. Whoa. There we go. The helicopter just kind of locks in there. Let me get this stuff off here. Oh. And pull my smoking caboose off the track here because don't want to burn out my smoker. All right, let's take a look here. Let's try it again. Well, I was a little nervous about shooting that thing up in the ceiling, but obviously it's not as much fun if it's not flying. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oops. it actually came disconnected before I got a full spin. So let's go ahead and put this back on. Lock it in this time. See if I can lock that in. I think that's locked in. And it releases once it hits a certain RPM, I think. Whoa, isn't that something? Okay. Put back there. Oh yeah, that's enough of that. Let's give it a go. Oh, it spun off into where I can't even reach it now. In place. So it doesn't, and then we'll get one more. Get that on there. See, that doesn't feel like it's locked in. I'm going to hold it down. Whoa! Okay, isn't that a hoot? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. Oh my goodness, that's great. Okay, let's park that guy on there. Oh, MTH, they had something going on here when they built this. This is kind of a fun little toy. Unfortunately, like what I pointed out in the last video, with a helicopter on here, you can't take it through the trestles, the tunnels, the bridges. This is just too big to go through anything, at least on this layout. So let's go ahead and give it a go of another fly here. Wow, right back to the diner. Well, that's one way to get across the layout real quick like. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together. Go one more shot today. I'm gonna throw that on there. I think it's locked in place. Ready. Aim. Fire. Whoa! That went right down to the train yard. So, there you have it. Okay, I got that hooked up properly, I believe. Okay. So, what do I think about the MTH helicopter car? I think this is a fun piece of equipment, but what I would recommend is it's for a circle layout that doesn't have any simple bridges like the one I have in the back there. I figured I could at least run it on the my top loop since there's no mountains to go through, but it actually got stuck going through the train bridge over there. So this is most likely going to sit on a siding over there on that power piece of track there. And it'll be a fun thing to push the button for once in a while, just to liven up the layout a little bit. But for overall, this is heavy built, has motors in it. It sprung, look at this, sprung actual trucks, metal trucks. The helicopter, obviously you've seen it fly. Lots of fun there. I think this is, if I could only get it around the train layout, that would be awesome. Other than that, I think I'm going to, like I say, it's going to be one of those siding pieces. I could remove the helicopter and just run this around the layout and then have one of the kids park this on there once it's on the actual power track over there and let it fly. So with that, I'm actually surprised I actually got it to work today. So my goodness. I'm going to go ahead and button things up on the layout, clean it up a little bit, put away the stuff, get my cars back where they belong, and call it a night. But for that, I want to thank you for watching, and we'll take it from there. Until the next time, thank you for watching.